Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to DCTV USA. I am Tabinda Gul. Let's take a look at the headlines. DGISPR exposes Indian disinformation campaigns in Arab News interview. Former US President Joe Biden diagnosed with aggressive prostate cancer. Israel to ease Gaza blockade amid intensified ground operation. Pope Leo XIV begins papacy with call for unity. US delegation led by Vice President J.D. Vance attends inaugural mass. Air Chief visit martyrs' family and injured personnel reaffirms PAF resolve. And St. Louis faces long recovery after devastating tornado causes nearly $1 billion in damage. These are headlines. Lead to news detail. Now the top story is here. In his exclusive interview with Arab News, DGISPR Major General Ahmad Sharif Chaudhry strongly criticized India's ongoing disinformation tactics and attempt to malign Pakistan's global image. He referred to verified reports exposing India's involvement in orchestrating fake news network, including the Europe Disinfo Lab revelation, which uncovered hundreds of fake media outlets and NGOs being used to spread anti-Pakistan propaganda. Major General Chaudhry stated that India's strategies of creating false narratives, particularly around terrorism, is aimed at deflecting attentions from its own internal human rights violations in Indian illegally occupied Jammu Kashmir. He emphasized that Pakistan has consistently challenged these lies with fact at international forum. He reaffirmed that Pakistan stands firm against such malign activities and remain committed to truth, transparency, and peaceful regional coexistence. The DGISPR urged the international community to take notice to India's hybrid warfare campaigns with threatening regional stability and global media integrity. Former US President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer that has metastasized to the bone, according to an official statement released by his office. The diagnosis was confirmed following a series of medical evaluations and the condition is described as advanced. The statement added that President Biden and his family are currently reviewing treatment options with a team of specialists. They are expected to make decisions soon regarding the next step in his medical care. Despite the seriousness of the diagnosis, Biden's office expressed confidence in the medical team and thanked the public for their support and prayers during this difficult time. The 82-year-old former president served as the 46th president of the United States and has remained active in political and public life since leaving office. Israel has announced it will ease its blockade on Gaza to allow limited amounts of food aid into the besieged enclave following mounting international pressures and growing humanitarian concern. The announcement came shortly after the Israel military confirmed the launch of the extensive ground operation in both the northern and southern parts of Gaza. The Israel Defense Forces stated that the operation targeted Hamas infrastructures and aimed to dismantle militant networks. However, the ongoing military campaign has intensified the humanitarian crisis with widespread displacement and shortages of essential supplies across Gaza. While Israel's decision to permit some food shipment has been cautiously welcomed by aid groups, humanitarian organizations continue to call for a full ceasefire and unrestricted access for life-saving assistance. The situations on the ground remain dire, with hospitals overwhelmed and civilians caught in the crossfire. Pope Leo XIV officially began his papacy with a solemn inaugural mass at the Vatican on Sunday, calling for unity within the global Catholic community and the renewed commitment to the Church's spiritual and cultural heritage. As the first American Pope in history, his elections mark a historic moment for the Catholic Church. In his first public address as Pontiff, Pope Leo XIV urged Catholics to stand together in faith and compassion, vowing to face the moral, social, and environmental challenges of the modern world while safeguarding the Church's enduring values. Now, a high-level US delegation led by Vice President J.D. Vance attending the Mass, highlighting the significance of this moment for both the Vatican and the United States. The presence of American officials underscored the deep historical ties between the US and the Holy See and the global interest in Pope Leo XIV's leadership. Millions of faithful around the world watched the ceremony as the new Pope called on nations and peoples to work for peace, justice, and reconciliation in a divided world. Air Chief Marshal Zahir Ahmad Babar Sidhu, Chief of the Air Staff, Pakistan Air Force, visited the residence of Squadron Leader Usman Yusuf Shaheed in Rawalpindi to offer Fatiha and condolence. He paid tribute to the officer who embraced martyrdom during a recent enemy attack on a PAF base, assuring the family that his sacrifice will be honored forever. He also prayed for the martyrs' elevations in heaven and strength for the family. Later, the Air Chief visited Combined Military Hospital Rawalpindi, meeting injured Pakistan Air Force, Army personnel and civilians. After a medical briefing, he praised their courage and directed the best medical care be provided, reaffirming the Pakistan Air Force's steadfast commitment. He vowed to defend the nation's aerial frontiers and uphold the legacy of valor shown by its personnel. Viewers, in the last, the mayor of St. Louis has warned residents to prepare for a prolonged recovery after a powerful tornado ripped through the city, causing close to $1 billion in property damage. In a somber statement, the mayor described the devastations as historic and urged the public to remain vigilant as forecasts predict another round of severe weather in the coming days. Emergency crews continue to assess the damage, with neighborhoods flattened, power lines down, and public infrastructures heavily impacted. Dozens of injuries have been reported and temporary shelter have been set up for displaced families. This is going to be a long recovery, the mayor said, emphasizing the need for federal support and community resilience. Officials are coordinating with the state and national agencies to mobilize resources and rebuilding efforts as quickly as possible. So thank you for watching and thank you for supporting. This is me, Tabinda, signing off. Stay tuned for more news. DCTV USA, DTV, and another OTT platform, DTV Flex, where you can access to over 3,000 channels. So stay tuned and stay with us.
Neurological care is a pressing healthcare challenge in Pakistan. That's why Helping Hand USA is building Kind R, a world-class hospital with 130-plus clinics that is set to establish new standards for neurological care in Pakistan. As the first phase nears completion, anticipation is growing for the launch in the second half of 2025. Give zakat and sadaqah through Helping Hand USA today and join this historic endeavor to redefine future healthcare in Pakistan.